my action figure collector aficionados, and it has been a while since I have posted up a new review. I tell you what, with the holidays and the kiddos and all that stuff, and making that Shockwave meets the X-Men little animated thing that I did a couple weeks ago, that really took a lot out of me. I had a lot of fun doing it. I hope that you guys watched it. If you haven't, I'll put a link to it. It's just silly, and 2 minutes of a little bit of animation took me like 40 hours of work, but it was worth it. It was cool. Anyway, I cannot begin to tell you how excited I am to get this guy, and I paid way too much for him to get him earlier because I'm impatient. But he finishes up the entire 84 initial release of Transformers for me. So it's like such a satisfying thing to have. All right, let's take a look at the packaging here. Nice little illustration. We've kind of seen this all before. He's from the movie, even though he was in two scenes and they weren't, his shining moments by any means. All right, that's the packaging. All right, he is a pretty decent recreation of his cartoon. He looks really good. Let's get in here on the face, his chest. I do wish that they would do like the white, underneath the symbols, Autobot or Decepticon, just to make them pop a little more. He's got his little emblem. He's got his great big feet like Bumblebee. No back kibble. No real hollow spots in him. He does have the inside of his legs, but I mean they're really well hidden. But nothing as far as his forearms or big holes in his back or anything like that. As far as articulation, his head will go all the way around. Full Exorcist, but then he has this little gimmick back here, this little switch, where you can get him to look up a little bit and down a little bit. Do you see that? Now, my guess is when they remold him to make him the other guy, they're just going to swap his head out, I guess, and I think that's how that comes to be. But there's that. All right, arms can go all the way around. Normal 90 bend at the elbow. We've got bicep rotation. We do have hand rotation because it's on a ball joint. It's really tight on mine, and it can bend down for transformation. And we've got waist rotation, and he can do a big kick. Da, 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 da. Big kick back. If he wants to be a rocket, he could pull it off. Mine has a very tight knee bend. As you can see, it will bend quite a bit. Almost 90. Maybe 90 if yours is a little looser than mine. But it's really snug. He's got some play in his big boot here. Thigh rotation. And his ankle tilt is similar to Bumblebee, his great big foot. So we got that. And the only hollow spots, like I said, are his legs. But he does fill it up quite a bit with his wheel. It's not horrible for what they did to make him such a clean robot. I mean, it doesn't kill me too much. It doesn't. It doesn't. And of course, he does have his little blaster. Which again, mine, it's almost like the handle and the fist are almost too close to the same size. It's real hard to get his little gun in there. So there's his whole weapon. Simple little gun. He's got this little slot here for attaching under his wheel for vehicle mode. So, and you know what I didn't grab from upstairs? his magnet doohickey. So I'll be right back. Here is his magnet little effect, blast effect. And it has these little tabs. So this little tab will go on the bottom of his chest, like so. And that'll plug in like this. And this is really tight too. Like all of his stuff is a really snug fit. Anyway, that kind of does his little magnetism superpower that Windcharger has. So that's cool, right? It's something. All right, do the simple stuff first. Tuck in the paws. And then we rotate his wheels around. Like so. And like that. And to be honest, when I first had him in bot mode, I had those out, and I still thought he was a great figure, and I was like, oh wait, you can clean him up a little more. So, you know. Alright, Hasbro, think about all those details. Alright, so then we'll pop his window, we'll untab, and then rock back on this little double hinge here. And again, mine is super tight. And a couple of transforms, and it got better, but man, those first couple times, I'm like, if I break this guy, I'm going to be so upset. Alright, so then these will just hinge forward, and everything will click into place like so. His little shoulders click into place, and then you can drop the windshield down into those tabs. Everything will tab together, and the fists fit in all nice and neat, like so. All right, so there we go, the top half. All right, and the feet, they just completely hold everything. That's why I kind of give them a pass on the little bit of hollowness. Is like this unfolds and this unfolds and this unfolds. So he's almost like a shell former, like the Bay movie bots kind of hold all the actual car kibble, but he still looks like a G1 transformer, so I think I like it better. So yeah, look how all that unfolds. And then we got to bend at the knee. It bends and folds up, and bend this guy. And fold him on around like so. And then everything tabs together. Like so. And then we just give it a squeeze. And get that down over the fender there. Give him a squeeze. And there we have Windcharger's alt mode. And it's very cartoon accurate, and he's got his big tires in the back. Everything spins really good, right? He rolls. I do wish they'd make up their mind on if they're going to do clear plastic, dark blue clear plastic, or the light blue painted. Either way, it's dark enough on him that it doesn't bother me so much, but I wish they would pick one way or the other. It'd just be consistent across the line. I think that would be a whole lot better. The one thing I do notice on my copy is if you look in real close, his hood is, or his roof, not his hood, his roof is lower than his back legs. And there is nothing I could figure out to make that flat. So I don't know if that's just how it's supposed to be. But that's how mine is. I've done him multiple times, and that's how it works. So anyway, got your Autobot symbol. Pretty standard, really. Back painted little, 80s window. A little bit of hinge in the back. Underneath, you can see his face. Which, I mean, if you're up on a Autobot and you're up under his hood and you don't see his face, I mean, you're kind of looking for trouble, right? So, weapon storage. This, you'd think it would fit better to be like a tailpipe. And maybe some of you guys, your copies will be different, and you can, but there's no clearance on mine, and it does not work. I can't get it to do it. See? It just stays at an angle. But anyway, here's how you're supposed to do it. Oh, you're supposed to drop it. You're supposed to drop it on the floor so the pug can eat it. That's what you're supposed to do. Okay, let me get back. See, it's been so long since I've been doing a review that I'm like rusty at it. It's just not great. Anyway, these will tab together. Again, mine is a really tight fit. So then his little weapon storage is right here. Right? And then still you have his magnetism effect. And that sticks into the hood with the smaller little bit here. Oh. And that just pegs in like so. You think him meeting Magneto would be like, they would cancel each other out? Or would they like immediately stick to each other? Or like repel each other? Or I'd wonder how that would go. Alright, the first little compare I have to do real quick is with, I believe this is Titan Returns. I can't remember, or it's Combiner Wars, but you know, that era. Here you go. And, you know, really, I was happy with this guy. He just became too small with all the updated dudes, you know? He's not bad, but he got small and he kind of got a little outdated, but still not a bad figure, really, you know? For the day and age of what to expect from Transformers, not bad. Big improvement, but not bad. He's just a little guy. I wish I still had G1 to compare as well too, but he's long gone, man. He's long gone. Alright, and here's his vehicle mode comparison. As you can see, it's just, he's more tune accurate and you know, a little more detail, like little car details going on here. But you know, still, you know, the old guy, he's not bad. He's just a little small. You can still tell, you know, it's an older technology, you know, like the craftsmanship has definitely gone up, but still, this isn't a fail. It's just, this is a big upgrade, you know? There you go. Alright, for some alt mode comparisons, let's get all the mini-bot guys together here. Gears back there. Brawn right here. Mr. Huffer. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Oh, so satisfying. Alright, some quick bot comparisons. We got him with a Bumblebee. And we'll put Cliffy back here. And we've got a Huffer. And Brawn. And Sourpuss. And they look good. And you can see he's taller than B, which is cool. And B and Cliff are about the same size, so a little bit bigger in bot mode. And then he kind of fits in with the rest of the mini bots as far as height goes now. So, oh man, that is so satisfying to have everybody together, the whole gang. That's so cool. Alright, and that's a wrap on Mr. Windcharger. What can I say? He's great. He's exactly what you would expect from a modern age Transformer. He's super articulated. He's very G1 accurate. There's hardly any kibble on him. You know, he's got the little chunks on his feet, but I mean, he folds up so clean. I'm okay with it. Like I said, super G1 accurate. He looks very much like his cartoon. In this mode, he doesn't look so great. Like, he looks nothing like what he looked like in the '86 movie. Okay, that's my biggest complaint. Wait, maybe not. Maybe not. Live on, my man. Anyway, I paid double what he costs to get him sooner because I'm impatient and I really wanted to fill that last slot in my 84 original lineup because, hey, I could get hit by a dump truck and not make it to the, fill that last little slot. So I'm maybe a little impatient, but I do see in like the Facebook groups and things, he is starting to pop up here and there in Walmart and I think Amazon and things like that. So he's coming to you real soon. I think he's pretty great. He's got some tight, my version has some tight joints. He's got a little bit of the hollow leg, but I think with it's a good compromise for having such a sleek robot mode. He's a little hollow under the armpits, but you're not really able to see that. I do wish Hasbro would decide to either go with the clear blue plastic vehicle windows or the painted, cartoon looking windows. I wish they would make up their mind which they prefer, because I'm starting to lean towards the painted, light blue window look over the clear plastic, and I've been spray painting them to make them all match here and there, but I wish they would just make up their freaking minds, but that's about it. His feet are a little strange. Let me take him off his little rotatey for a second. Where his feet don't have like a real good heel spur, so I do tend to have him go falling back because of all of his little junk, but that's, I think, what this little ankle pivot is for, is to like help you position him in a good balance to get him to stay, on this level spot standing, as opposed to kind of leaned back and he just goes. So that's kind of wonky. He does have the bumblebee ankle where his feet are so big that it's just kind of a weird chunk. But I mean, I'm really, really nitpicking here. I mean, I think he's pretty fantastic. He's going on my shelf. Is he going to go on your shelf? Let me know in the comments. I'm kind of considering this little addition, this video, being the beginning of like what would be my season 2 or my second year in YouTube. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of learning. It's been a whole experience. It's been fun chatting with you guys about, all the fandom stuff and the nerd stuff. And I've had some pretty crazy comments and some pretty wacko things that have had me chuckling. And it's been a lot of fun having my kiddo involved and giving me ideas. He gave me ideas for the Shockwave video. I hope you guys check it out. It was a lot of fun. Like I said earlier, it wore me out, but it was a lot of fun. It was satisfying to do. What can I say? Stick around, subscribe, like the episode, like the channel, spread the word. I'm going to keep chugging along as long as I'm having fun with it. Oh, another thing too, I always look at my links below. I do have an eBay page link there. I am trying to thin my collection down because I'm running out of space, and I'm not trying to make a fortune off of some of this old stuff. I'd rather it go to a good home. So check out my eBay page. I am always trying to keep that stocked. And as always, be good to one another. Have fun, keep collecting, and I'll see you real soon, right here on